Hey everyone, this is Danny here, and today I've got something a little different, a showdown from the Givenchy Gentleman collection. We're doing quarterfinals, semifinals, and a final to decide which one is my ultimate pick. I won't get too technical with notes, instead, I'll focus on the vibes, the experiences, what I actually wear. Let's get into the video. The Givenchy Gentleman line is talked about a lot, and there's a good reason. There's something about these scents that combine classic elegance with a modern twist. They make you want to wear them both to the office and out at night. To me, what makes them so popular is that versatility. It's not just a nice scent for specific moments. Many of these perfumes work in different scenarios. And that matters. You want something you can wear after work or for a date without switching perfumes. And in 2025, or whenever you watch this, do these gentleman fragrances still make sense? Absolutely. Even with all the new launches every month, there's room for what Givenchy brings: style, craftsmanship, scents that don't feel generic. Yes, there are common influences, but each release has something that sets it apart. And to me, they still stay relevant. First up, we're facing two from the same family, but with very distinct personalities. The Eau de Toilette Intense, to me, is that fragrance representing a well-balanced freshness and cleanliness. Every time I wear it, it gives off a very polished, clean vibe, and interestingly, it's not just a light or fleeting scent. It has a body that makes you feel confident without shouting for attention, perfect for the office or chill afternoons. I remember buying it the first time love at first sniff, and since then, every time someone gets close they tell me they like it, which says a lot about its olfactory personality. On the other hand, the EDP feels more classic, warmer, and enveloping. It has more character, speaking of maturity and confidence, but it can also feel a bit rigid or formal, not as easy to wear anytime. I like how it evolves and presents itself, but it doesn't have the fresh lightness that the Intense naturally achieves. Both carry that elegant touch that defines the collection, but they represent two different approaches: modern clean freshness versus warm traditional elegance. And now, the winner of this quarterfinal face-off is Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. Why? Because it nails the balance between fresh and elegant, with a clean vibe that doesn't tire you out, and it's more versatile across different settings while maintaining presence. I love this matchup because I feel Reserve Privé shows more refinement, something more crafted from someone who knows what they want. It has that high-profile feel, subtle yet clear elegance, not trying to shout but leaving a mark. Boise, meanwhile, is pleasant, woody notes, character, moderate presence. But often it feels a bit undefined, like it walks between two worlds without fully committing to either. It can be a good choice, but it lacks that spark that makes it essential. Both have their merits, one with a more assured character, the other more neutral but comfortable. And now, the winner of this quarterfinal is Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. Why? Because it projects a clearer and more defined elegance, with a sophistication that Boise just doesn't fully achieve for me. Here we have two distinct styles. The original Eau de Toilette has that connecting touch, classic elegance that never goes out of style, a scent you feel confident with and like more every time you wear it. I see it as a solid foundation that speaks of identity. Only smells good, with nice details, and could work in many situations. But compared to the Eau de Toilette, it lacks that special soul, that something extra that makes you want to wear it again. Both offer acceptable olfactory profiles, but emotionally one stands out. And now, the winner of this quarterfinal is Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette. Why? Because that nostalgic and elegant touch hits me harder, gives me more identity, something only doesn't quite match. Now we get to one of the most interesting matchups in the tournament. Three perfumes representing quite different moments, profiles, and personalities within the same collection. What's cool is how each tries to stand out in its own way. Let's start with Ambrée, which was love at first sight for me when I first saw it announced. While I don't focus too much on notes, I have to say that when I saw the name and skimmed its composition, I knew it'd be one of mine. And in practice, it is. It has that warm, enveloping vibe, a scent with strong presence without being intrusive. It gives me a sense of confidence, elegance with character, which I really value in my daily wear perfumes. I've worn it on cool days and more formal evenings, and it's always performed well. Plus, longevity-wise, it lasts all day on my skin, which is a huge plus. It's the kind of fragrance that doesn't need to shout to make an impression. Next, we have Society, a fragrance that from the name seems to want to connect with everyday life, urban vibes, the modern man hopping from meeting to meeting, but also knowing how to relax. It's a scent that enters softly, not trying to create tension, and that gives it a different appeal. It's less dense, more agile, which makes it easy to wear almost without thinking. It works well for office or daytime activities when you don't want something too heavy. It's the type of perfume no one's going to call the best they've ever smelled, but it fits effortlessly into many routines. Then there's Society Extreme, the boldest choice of the three. Here Givenchy tried something different, more intense, with more punch. But in my experience, it doesn't always work. Some days it can shine, especially for night events or if you want to stand out, but there are moments when it feels a bit over the top. It's not a bad perfume, in fact, it definitely has presence, but something about its composition keeps me from wearing it regularly. I'd say it's a more polarizing fragrance. You might love it or find it uncomfortable, depending on the day, the place, even your mood. In short, we have three very different options. One warm and enveloping, another versatile and accessible, and a third that goes all the way with its own personality. And now, the winner of this quarterfinal is Givenchy Gentleman Ambre. Why? Because it combines depth, elegance, and performance like no other of the three. It stands out naturally without overwhelming, and it's one of those fragrances you remember. For me, it represents the perfect balance between character and wearability. Now we have a semi-final pitting the classic Eau de Toilette against its more modern version, the Eau de Toilette Intense. The EDT has that nostalgic vibe I love, I've worn it a lot, and over time I like it even more. It's simple, elegant, and for me, still very relevant today. On the other hand, the EDT Intense is a different perfume, bringing cleanliness and freshness with perfect balance. It feels very polished and gives me a sense of confidence without being overwhelming. I wear it when I want that clean, sharp look, perfect for the office or relaxed afternoons. Plus, every time I wear it, someone ends up telling me they like it. Both are elegant and work in similar situations, but one has that extra something that makes it stand out. And the winner of this semi-final is Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. Because to me it's more versatile, has more personality, and a more refined scent that still works great today. It truly deserves more recognition. Here the battle is between two perfumes with character, but very different. Ambrée is a warm, enveloping spectacle with longevity that, for me, is unbeatable. It's that perfume that sticks with you all day and commands presence without being loud. Reserve Privé is more refined and crafted, conveying the idea of a confident, decisive man. I really like it, but it doesn't have the strength or longevity that Ambrée offers. Two fragrances that work for different moments, but only one leaves a stronger mark. And the winner of this semi-final is Givenchy Gentleman Ambre, because for me it combines character, longevity, and presence that the others can't match. And here we are at the grand final, the one that decides which of these perfumes takes the crown in my Givenchy Gentleman collection. On one side, we have the Eau de Toilette Intense, which for me is synonymous with elegant freshness and impeccable cleanliness. What I love most is how effortless it feels, a perfume that breathes modernity without losing that classic essence. It has a woody touch with a bit of lavender that gives it a clean, very sophisticated vibe, almost like wearing a well-tailored suit that doesn't scream for attention, but definitely stands out. It's perfect when you want to look sharp but relaxed, whether at the office or out casually. Plus, its longevity is great. It lasts all day without getting tiring. On the other hand, Ambrée tells a different but equally powerful story. This perfume is much warmer, richer, and denser. From the first sniff, you get a hit of amber and spicy notes that feel like a warm hug. It has a more intense character, ideal for moments when you want to leave a strong, lasting impression. As for longevity, it's unbeatable for me. It stays on the skin all day and into the night, evolving with a sweet, deep base that I love. I see it more for special occasions or when the weather turns cool because it's a fragrance that wraps you up. Both have personality and style, but very different. The Intense is more versatile and fresh. Ambrée is more intense and for specific occasions. The choice here isn't easy because it depends a lot on mood and situation, but when I think about which fits best what I want in a daily and special occasion perfume, I have a clear favorite. And the final winner is Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. Because for me, that balance of freshness, cleanliness, and sophistication makes it special. It has an evolution that always surprises me, and honestly, I don't get how it's so under the radar nowadays. It's a perfume I wear with confidence, that people around me like, and that I feel truly represents the modern, elegant essence I'm after. That's why it takes first place in this battle. And there you have it, folks, the ultimate battle of the Givenchy Gentleman collection. Now I want to hear from you. Which is your favorite perfume from this line? Which one do you connect with the most and why? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments because at the end of the day, this is about personal experiences and each fragrance can resonate differently depending on the moment or mood.